Blessed be, welcome to the Circle of Heka. I'm Lady Amaris. Now, I had a question a little while ago from in the comment section, and I answered it, but I thought it would make a good video, something that many people have asked kind of similar questions in the past, and so here's a video on it. And the question was basically, I'm a guy, can I work with feminine energies or feminine deities? And also, do I have to call myself a warlock, or can I call myself a witch? Now, basically, yes, you can work with feminine energies. There is no, at least in my book, there is no rules to say, well, the package that I've come into this life is what we call masculine or male, so that means that I can't do anything that is seen as feminine. And yeah, the same goes with women. Working with a god, working with that masculine energy. Just because you come into this world in a certain package doesn't mean that you can't do certain things. You can't explore that energy. And I think a lot of it comes into the whole division. There's lots of ways that society in general tries to divide people, whether it is the battle of the sexes, where the male and female are always pitted against each other. Whether it's black and white, whether it is one political system against another political system, it's all about division and putting people in little boxes and saying, well, you're this and you're this and you're this. Now, I know that in a way that human beings like to have certain categories for things. It's a kind of shorthand that we use so that we can understand things quickly. So we put things into little boxes, little categories, and go, all right, well, that's that. Yeah, I understand that. Let's move forward with the rest of it. But the problem is that when people get stuck in the box, people get stuck to say, well, I came into this world with what we see as masculine attributes. I have a penis. I look like a male. I was brought up to be male, so then I have to do male things. I have to, I can't get in touch with the feminine. I can't get in touch with a goddess because that's the feminine energy. And oh no, I'm a man, so I can't touch that. It's kind of ridiculous, really. But I understand how people have been conditioned and think that that's the way. It's the same as we'll get further into the question about the whole witch and warlock thing. It's putting people into a little box. It's putting into a little category so that it's people easily identified, and we do it all the time. Yeah, the birds say yes. We do it all the time. Now, working with a feminine energy shouldn't be the sole domain of women. Working with a masculine energy shouldn't be the sole domain of men. We are all made up of different percentages of masculine and feminine energy, and I usually use the description of, there's many people in your life that you know that may have an outer may have been born a woman, so to speak, and but have a very masculine energy about them. They just have that the typical masculine kind of traits in energy, and at the same time you would have a man who you would say has a very feminine energy, has very feminine traits. So we've got those energies within us all the time, and we access those at different times. Now, we've been, as I said, conditioned to men to shun away from any of those feminine things, and women have now been encouraged to embrace that masculine energy. So accessing the opposite sex or the opposite energy, so to speak, when you're working with magic is something that you should be cultivating, you should be doing, because in order to manifest you need both energies. You need those masculine energies and you need the feminine energies. That's how things are brought into creation. That's how human beings are brought into creation. We need both. We need both the feminine nurturing energies, the encompassing, the molding and the shaping energies, and we need those projective progenitor type energies of the masculine. We need both. And being able to access both is something that all good magical practitioners strive for. And just because your outer packaging reflects something doesn't mean that you can't access or you don't have those energies within you. I hope that makes sense in that respect. I might go into it a little bit more because it's not about what is on the outside. It's not about that. As spiritual people, as magical practitioners, you should learn to be able to look past the outer covering and see what is on the inside. What is the pervasive energy that is happening and being utilized at this time. Look past the mask to the actual spiritual being inside. And as spiritual beings, we are both masculine and feminine. We come into this earth to experience things in different ways, and sometimes that experience means that the outer packaging has to be a certain package. It doesn't mean that masculine is better than feminine or vice versa. It just means that in order to experience certain things, you've decided to come into the world in this package. And yeah, I won't go any further because again, this is maybe another video to kind of pick it out and unbox it and unpack it. But the second part of the question was, do I have to call myself a warlock because I'm a man? Now, seriously, you don't have to call yourself anything. You can call yourself a purple people eater if you want. The word warlock, and the way I was taught, was that warlock meant Oathbreaker, or someone who was a traitor. So Oathbreaker or traitor. And I've got a little bit of, I think I'll put it kind of here, a bit of information about the word. It comes from Scottish, and it means Oathbreaker. Now, there's debate as to whether that has come from the fact that your coven or your family or whatever, you've broken your oath to them. You've been a traitor to the family and exposed them to the Inquisition or to the church. So there's that respect of you being a traitor to your coven, to your family. There's also the idea that the word has come from the fact that you are an oath breaker to your oath to God, to the Christian God. Now, either way, it is a breaker of some kind of oath, a traitor of some kind. And I know that many people are taking on the word and embracing it in the same way that many people embrace the word witch, to make that word, it's been demonized for so long, so that it means that bringing it out and showing it for its positive aspects, to say that it's a title for something. It doesn't designate that you're going to be evil. So again, with the warlock, I understand that many people want to embrace that word and bring it out and take it away from its idea of being a bad thing. I don't know, each to his own when it comes to that. Now, with the thing of most of the time, Warlock is seen to be a masculine name. It's kind of like the Harry Potter, where all the women in Harry Potter are witches and all the men are wizards. it's not really how it is. A witch can be a male or a female. It doesn't matter. It's a title of a magic practitioner. The same as warlock can be a male or a female. You can have female traders, you can have male traders. I know that in popular culture it has been given as the word for a masculine or a male witch, but it's not necessarily true. And as I said, many people have taken on the word and call themselves warlocks. Now, it's just my opinion and my experience that most of the time the men that they go around and call themselves warlocks, they're usually wankers. They're usually trying to, I don't know, they're just wankers. I don't know. I don't need to elaborate with that. So, as I said, you can call yourself whatever you want. You can call yourself a witch, you can call yourself a warlock, you can call yourself a purple people eater. It doesn't really matter. It's what is on the inside. And that's the same when it comes to working with feminine energies, working with working with goddesses. It's what's on the inside. If a goddess draws you, then fine. If a god draws you, then fine. Work with those energies, work with that deity, and just explore your path. Don't let people put you into a box and say that you have to be this because you look like that. Don't let them do it. So I hope that helps, and merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be.
If you like this video and want to see more, please click on the links provided. If you think this witchcraft thing may be for you, please subscribe. Blessed be.